This woman brought home a baby from the market, but something was very wrong. Amara was desperate for a child. She had been married to her husband Chike for 7 years, but no baby came. Her mother-in-law insulted her every day. Her neighbors whispered behind her back. Even Chike was starting to look at her differently. "If you don't give me a child soon," he told her one night, "my family will force me to marry another wife." Amara cried every night. Then one Saturday, she went to the big market in Enugu to buy foodstuff. As she was leaving, she heard a baby crying. The cry was coming from behind the empty stalls at the edge of the market. Amara followed the sound and found a baby boy wrapped in white clothes, lying alone on the ground. The baby was beautiful, perfect skin, bright eyes. He stopped crying the moment Amara picked him up. "Where is your mother?" Amara looked around. The area was completely empty. No one was there. She waited for 30 minutes. No one came. "Maybe this is God answering my prayers," Amara whispered. She held the baby close and took him home. When Chike saw the baby, his eyes went wide. "Amara, where did you get this child?" "I found him at the market," she said. "Someone abandoned him. We should take him to the police." But Chike smiled for the first time in months. "Or we could keep him, tell people he gave birth to him in the village. Who would know?" Amara hesitated. Something felt wrong, but she wanted a child so badly. "Okay," she agreed. They named him Dayo. The first day, everything was perfect. Dayo never cried. He ate well. He slept through the night. Amara's mother-in-law stopped insulting her. The neighbors congratulated them. But then, Amara started noticing things. Dayo never blinked, not once. His eyes were always wide open, even when he slept. And every night, at exactly 3 a.m., she would wake up feeling like someone was watching her. When she turned on the light, Dayo would be sitting up in his crib, staring directly at her door, smiling. "It's normal," Chike said. "Babies sometimes wake up at night." But one morning, Amara went to check on Dayo and screamed. The baby was outside his crib, on the floor, but they had left him strapped in safely the night before, and written on the wall above the crib, in what looked like charcoal, were words, 7 days. Chike stared at the wall. How? How did this happen?" "I don't know," Amara answered, holding Dayo close. The baby smiled up at her, the same strange smile. That's when she noticed something else. Since they brought Dayo home, Amara had lost weight, a lot of weight. Her hair was falling out. She felt tired all the time. And Chike looked different too. Older, grey hairs that weren't there before. "Chike," Amara said slowly, "something is wrong with this baby." When she discovered what the baby was doing, it was already too late. The next morning, Amara's best friend Zara came to visit. When Zara saw Amara, her mouth dropped open. "Amara, what happened to you? You look sick." Amara touched her face. She hadn't really looked in the mirror properly in days. When she finally did, she gasped. She looked like she had aged 10 years. Dark circles around her eyes, sunken cheeks, grey strands in her hair. "I don't know," Amara whispered. "I just feel so tired all the time." Zara picked up baby Dayo. "And this is the baby from the market?" The moment Zara held him, Dayo started screaming. Not like a normal baby cry, like something in pain. His body went stiff as a board. Put him down, Amara shouted. The second Zara placed Dayo back in Amara's arms, he stopped crying. He smiled, that strange smile again. Zara's face went pale. "Amara, that baby doesn't like me touching him. It's like he only wants you." That afternoon, while Chike was at work, Amara decided to do something. She opened her laptop and started searching. "Baby that doesn't blink. Baby found at a market. Sudden aging and tiredness." Page after page, she found nothing until she stumbled on an old forum post from 2019. A woman in Calabar had written, "I found a baby behind the church, took him home. For 6 days, my husband and I got weaker and weaker. On the seventh day, we woke up and the baby was gone, but we had both aged 20 years. Doctors can't explain it. Please, if you find a baby, a perfect baby somewhere strange, do not take it home." Amara's hand shook as she scrolled through the comments. There were more stories. A man in Jos, a woman in Ibadan, a couple in Kano, all the same pattern. Found a baby in an unusual place. Baby never cried. Baby never blinked. The people who took the baby started aging rapidly. On the seventh day, the baby disappeared. The damage was permanent. Amara looked at the calendar. Today was day 5. She had 2 days left. She ran to Dayo's room. The baby was awake, staring at the ceiling. "What are you?" Amara whispered. Dayo slowly turned his head to look at her, and for the first second, his eyes flashed completely black. Then he smiled. That night, Amara tried to tell Chike what she found online. "Those are just internet stories," Chike said. "People are making things up." "But look at us, Chike. Look." Amara pulled him to the mirror. "We've aged in 5 days. How do you explain that?" Chike stared at their reflection. He looked like a man in his 50s now, not his early 30s. Finally, his voice cracked. What? What do we do?" "We have to take him back," Amara said. "Back to where I found him, before day 7. But when they went to Dayo's room, the door wouldn't open. It was locked from the inside. They pushed, they kicked, nothing. From inside, they heard Dayo laugh, not a baby's laugh, something else. And on the door, new words appeared, written in the same charcoal. 2 days left. What happened on the 7th day will haunt me forever. Amara and Chike didn't sleep that night. They sat outside Dayo's door, trying everything to get it open. At 5 a.m., the door finally unlocked by itself. They rushed inside. Dayo was sitting in his crib, staring at them. "We are taking you back," Amara said, her voice shaking. She picked him up. This time, Dayo didn't scream. He just smiled. They drove to the market in silence. It was early morning, barely any light in the sky. When they reached the spot where Amara had found him, she placed Dayo on the ground, still wrapped in his white clothes. "I'm sorry," she whispered, "but you have to stay here. You don't belong with us." They turned to leave, but Zara was there, blocking their path to the car. She had followed them. "You can't just leave a baby here," Zara shouted. "That's cruel. What's wrong with you?" "Zara, you don't understand," Amara started. "No, you don't understand." Zara pushed past them and picked up Dayo. "I can't have children either. If you don't want him, I'll take him." "Zara, no!" Amara screamed, but it was too late. The moment Zara held Dayo close, the baby's eyes turned completely black. His smile widened, impossibly wild, too wide for a human face. "Thank you," Dayo whispered in that ancient voice. "A new mother, a fresh start." Zara tried to drop him, but she couldn't. Her hands were stuck to the baby like they were glued. "Help me! Amara, help me!" Zara screamed. Amara grabbed Zara's arms, trying to pull her away. Chike grabbed Dayo, trying to pry him loose. And then the sun came up. The first ray of light hit Dayo, and he screamed. A sound so horrible, so inhuman, that all 3 of them fell to the ground, covering their ears. Dayo's body began to smoke in the sunlight. His perfect skin started cracking like old paper. "Day 7, he shrieked. "You were supposed to keep me until day 7. I wasn't finished." His form dissolved into black smoke, swirling in the morning air, and then, with one final scream, he was gone. Only the white clothes remained on the ground, covered in black ash. Zara collapsed, sobbing. Her hands were burned where she had touched the baby. What was that thing?" she cried. I don't know, Amara said quietly, but it's gone now. 3 months later, Amara stood in front of the mirror in her bathroom. Slowly, very slowly, her real age was coming back. The grey hairs were disappearing, the wrinkles were fading. The doctor said it would take time, but she and Chike would eventually return to normal. She had learned something important. Desperate people are easy targets. The world knows when you want something so badly that you will ignore every warning sign. That morning, she saw a social media post from a woman in Port Harcourt, found a beautiful baby girl behind the stadium. No one claimed her, thinking of keeping her. She's so perfect, she never even cries. Amara's blood ran cold. She immediately sent a message. Please don't keep that baby. Take her to the police, I'm begging you. This happened to me. The woman responded, thanks for your concern, but I think you are just jealous. Not everyone who finds a blessing should throw it away. Amara closed her laptop. She had tried to warn her. Some people have to learn the hard way. That afternoon, Amara got a call from the hospital. Mrs. Amara, your test results came back. Congratulations, you are pregnant. This time, it was real. She didn't find this baby somewhere strange. This baby was growing inside her, created by her and Chike. Real, natural, hers. When her baby was born 9 months later, she cried immediately she blinked. She looked in mirrors and laughed at her own reflection. Amara named her Ada, and every night before Ada went to sleep, Amara whispered the same prayer. Thank God for real blessings, not the ones we find in strange places. The end.